Okay, so hopefully we're good. Let's just double check here. I know it's a couple minutes early, so let's just make sure it's working. All right, looks like we're working. Fantastic. All right, so we'll chat for a few minutes. I'm sitting, there's like a spring or something. I need to do something about this. Oh. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Jeff. I have like a spring poking into me. Let's see. It's a mess. All right. It should be a little bit better. All right. I keep trying to like change like where I'm sitting and what I'm doing. Hey, Superman. To like be more comfortable, like have a good camera angle. But for trivia, it's always tough. But I have like a bunch of boxes left over from Christmas. So I have you guys like stacked on boxes so I can sit on the couch instead of sitting on the floor or my bed. My scoreboard's right here. So I think this is probably going to be our best bet. It does mean that I have like a ridiculous amount of boxes in my room, but like, you know, it's fine. So we'll chat for a few minutes. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, Jess. That really means a lot. I get so happy to see people when they come in and say hello, even if they can't stay. So thank you for coming by. You know, it just feels good. It feels good when people come in and say hello. I'm trying to think. Did you guys see, if you haven't seen it yet, did you see the video I just posted about what happened to my son over the summer? If you didn't watch it, please watch it. It's like the first video I did that's not recovery related, and I'd be interested, I mean, besides trivia, obviously, and I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about it. Aw, Jeff, that's so sweet. So for anybody who doesn't know, I spoke at the place where Jeff works to the guys that he works with, recovery related down there. And Jeff, anytime, you just let me know. I'm always available. So right now I'm super poor, super broke, and unemployed. So I got tons of time. My hair's all wet because I just took a shower, and yeah. So yeah, it was really scary. It was a scary thing. Luckily everything worked out fine, but you know, it's funny because like that's the first video I did that's like not recovery related, and I've been like, I don't know. Hey Merc, hey Green Eyed Cat, thank you guys for being here. So we'll chat for a couple minutes and then we'll start. So I realized today's topic is going to be 2020, like all sorts of crazy stuff that happened this year. I realized that I think the last video I did of 2019 was about 2019. So we're kind of, you know, starting, maybe even done 2018. But I don't know. I don't think I was doing trivia yet in December of 2018. I started doing videos first and then I kind of picked up trivia. So I don't know. It's kind of starting to be a thing, which is exciting. Let's see. Do I have anything? I'm trying to think if I have anything else to share. For anybody who's new, if you could subscribe to my channel, like the videos, that helps me so much. If you're interested, I do have a Patreon and a Discord server, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Links are down in the description. Trial. And if you're interested in making a donation during the stream, so I don't have, hey Luana, yay! I don't have super chats, obviously, because I'm not monetized. However, if you are ever interested in doing like a super chat type of donation, all you have to do is use the link in the very top of the description that says like a Streamlabs link, and it'll work exactly like super chats. It'll pop up on the screen. It works all the way. So if you're interested in doing that, that also helps me out. That's there. Yeah, live chat. Everybody needs to be on live chat. All right. So I'm so excited. So yeah, we'll get started. So before we start our game, a couple things. Remember, if you bring a friend, make sure your friend gives you credit, because then you get a point for that. It has to be the first time. Hey, Danny, glad you're here. You got here just in time. If you bring a friend to their very first game of trivia, you get an extra point for that, so make sure that they shout you out if they're here for their first time. Be on live chat. That's important. And we have one rule and one rule only. And it's going to be really important that we follow it for 2020 because obviously some of the stuff that that are going to be questions may like trigger people to think things that, some of them are controversies, right? But what's our one rule and one rule only in trivia? I know, Danny, we've missed you. We've missed you so much. Let's see. Hey. Oh, well, hello. Thank you for coming by. I did have a great day. I had a great Christmas. I hope you did too. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. That's, I love that Superman's friend comes in and says hello, so thank you. Yes, I used to do trivia on Periscope. This was 2014, 2015. I used to do trivia on Periscope. That's right, Merc. Our only rule is no drama for the llamas, save your drama for your mama, all that good stuff. And keep that in mind because some of the questions that we are going to say today are probably going, because we're talking about 2020 and it's been a crazy year, keep in mind that some of the stuff that is going to be said may trigger people to want to give their political perspective, may want to trigger people to like get in arguments, but we don't do that here. We are not going to argue with people. We're not going to talk, even if you see like someone you absolutely can't stand, join trivia. Like for this 1 hour, like we're just all going to get along and have a good time. We want this to be like a fun place for everybody, regardless of what you think. Hey, Lean, thank you so much for being here. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, so we are going to get started. Again, our topic is 2020, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with something that is fairly easy. All right, here's going to be our first one. Aw, thank you, Danny. Yeah, I think it's been a rough year for everybody, and I didn't do trivia for a little bit, but like I'm glad to be back doing it. It feels good. Like no matter what, like we're doing this every week. I don't care. All right, we'll try. I'll take James's call and then log back on and come chat with me. Let me know how he's doing. Tell him that he needs to do good. COVID. Yeah, there you go, Mark. All right, here we go. Easy question. This app became super popular as everyone began doing video calls. This app became super popular as everyone started doing like video calls and video meetings. Where did I put my black marker? Yeah, went back to like find questions and there was so many things that happened this year that I totally forgot about. So Zoom, there we go. Merc got it first. Yes, Merc, Zoom. Yeah, Zoom became like the #1 video app and like ever. And like your mom's cell phone. There you go. Yeah. It's crazy because like Zoom was something like I always had used Skype. Like when I used to work for the nonprofit I worked for, we always use Skype for things. And hey, Red Feather. And like since COVID, like it's Zoom, like all over the place. Oh, and you know what? I was so excited. I actually got to speak at like an NA speaker jam today in Norway. Like how cool is that? Like thank goodness for the internet. Like the one benefit of COVID happening is like getting to meet people from all over. Okay. Let's see. All right, another I think this is an easy one. This person won the US 2020 presidential election. This person won the US 2020 presidential election. You see why now I'm like warning against drama, right? Because it's so easy. At least now when I need to move my legs, I have some place to move them to. Biden. Merc got it first. Jeff was right behind him. But Merc is on the board with 2 points. We got Merc with 2. So, good start. Oh, I put like... Kamala Harris. I put a little bit of lip gloss on just so I didn't look so pale, but I forgot it was like one of those plumping ones that's like tingly, and now my lips are like feel weird. Anybody have anything like that? Like lipstick where it's like supposed to be like plumping or whatever? It doesn't work. It just makes them real tingly. All right, let's see. Oh, I have so many. Aw, thank you, Aileen. I really, really appreciate that. That was like, it's hard. I had to speak for 45 minutes. Like, that's a long time, especially when like only some people have their cameras on and, you know, a lot of people don't. So you're kind of speaking to looking at yourself. It's so strange, but thank you. I'm really grateful that you say that. All right. Next question. You ready? Here we go. In many countries in Africa and India, there were huge swarms of these that ravaged crops. In many places in Africa and India, there were huge swarms of these that ravaged crops. It's just crazy. Like, you'll see with some of these questions, you'll either, like, some of the stuff, like, this year was so crazy that things that you would think, yeah, where is baby mommy? That's so weird that she's not here. Don't worry, Red Feather will be here. Jeff got it with locusts. Yes. In India and Africa, there were huge, huge swarms of locusts. And they actually ravaged crops. And it was like a problem, like a real problem. So Merc has 2, Jeff has 1. Yeah, like, and you think about it when you talk about, like, you know, biblical times and, like, all sorts of craziness. Like, you know, swarms of locusts is, like, a crazy thing. And I guess, like, I read that, like, they normally get swarms of locusts, like, every so many years. But this happened on a year they weren't expecting it. And it was, like, way more than they normally have. And it was, like, in way more areas than normal. So this was, I want to say it was back in the spring. I don't know. I have to double check. There's been so much stuff this year, it's crazy. But yeah, it was in parts of Africa and India. There were like huge swarms of locusts. Okay. Next question. You ready? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? All right. This pretty vulgar song became one of the most popular of the year. This like pretty vulgar song became one of the most popular of the year, which is crazy. This is like such a way better setup, like actually sitting on a couch. It's like way better. Way better than like sitting on my bed or like sitting on the floor. There we go. Merc got it with WAP. Yes. Way to go. Merc's got 3. Jeff's got 1. Yeah, at WAP. Yeah, Jeff, you're probably better off that you don't know that. Yeah. Yeah, and if you don't know what that... Yeah, well... Yeah, if you don't know the song WAP, just consider yourself lucky. I don't even think I can have anybody write in the chat what it stands for because it's that vulgar. And, like, you have, like, kids on TikTok, like, dancing and singing about this song. So, yeah. It's not... You can Google it, but I'm not sure you'll like the results. Yeah, right? Where is baby mommy? Yeah, I'm not young anymore either, but you can't escape it. And, like, you really want to get people crazy. Like, ask, like, a grown person, like, if they know what that means, and then tell them, because it's not cool. It's, yes, worship and prayer. There you go. Definitely not. Is there anyone here who really doesn't know what it stands for? I'll tell you without, like, saying all the words, because, like, I try to keep this family friendly. Thanks, Danny. It's wet ass, and lady parts using the word that begins with a P. So, yeah. I do my best to keep this channel as family friendly as possible. So we're not gonna like start shouting that word, but yeah. All right, Green Eyed Cat. Okay, let's see. Okay, at multiple times this year, it was rumored that this North Korean leader was dead. At multiple times this year, it was rumored that this North Korean leader was dead. There you go, wet ass pizza. That's it. That was exactly it. So much. Yes, Danny, you got it. Kim Jong-un. I'm gonna give it to Danny because I'm sure everybody's stuff auto-corrected. Because, don't worry, Danny, I know. I'm sure everybody's stuff auto-corrected that. So, hey. Oh, it wasn't Danny, it was Merc. For some reason, I saw Danny's first. You're right. It was Merc. That was weird. I swear I saw Danny's and then I saw Merc's, but his is ahead, so it is Merc. Aw, Danny, look, I was all excited to give you a point and get you on the board, and it turns out it was Merc. That's weird. I definitely saw hers first, but it shows Merc's first on the screen. So strange. So strange. All right, hold on. Let me raise Jeff. So Merc's got 4 points and Jeff's got 1 point. So we are. Yeah, I see that Merc's ahead, but I didn't see his first. Like, I definitely saw yours first. I was all excited to put you on the board, Danny. Yeah, should we give Danny a point? Because we missed her? Here, point for Danny because you were really close and we missed you. All right. See? I think about you. I gave Merc a point. I just gave you one too. We gotta get someone else. Hey, this may be the first time in like 2 months that baby mommy isn't gonna win. So, you know. All right. So most people are pretty certain that this woman killed her husband. So most people are pretty certain that this woman killed her husband. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, Eileen. Even a lot of times there's delays for certain people. It's hard. That's why we don't do, like, prizes, because sometimes it's really off. Superman, you don't know? How do you not know? Carol Baskin! That is correct, Merc. Jeff, your ex-wife. Merc's got 5 points. Jeff has 1. Danny has 1. Yes, Carol Baskin. Yeah, I know she did. And just as a follow-up question, what Netflix series are we referring to? What Netflix series are we referring to? Tiger King. There you go, Superman. Superman is on the board. Way to go. Yes, Tiger King. Oh my gosh. It's really. So let's. Yeah, you said Courtney Love, you're dying. It's all good. It's all good. All right, just to round it out. There's definitely a delay because I watch it. She should have married OJ. There you go. I watch it. I have this open on my phone too, just so I can make sure that like the stream doesn't cut out, so I can tell that there's a pretty good delay. But just to round it out, I have one more question. So who's the man who's in jail for allegedly, or I guess he was found guilty, for plotting to kill Carol Baskin? Who's the man in jail for plotting to kill Carol Baskin? Yeah, spell checks suck sometimes, especially on games like this when you're using like when you're saying like crazy words, like for sure. Joe Exotic, there we go, Merc. Wow, Merc is running away with the game, that's for sure. Merc's got 6, Jeff's got 1, Danny's got 1, and Superman's got 1. Yeah, so if you guys, is there anyone here who hasn't seen Tiger King? Sorry, I'm like trying to shift. The gay one. There you go. Is there anybody here who has not seen Tiger King? I have to say, like, I was late to watching it. Like, I was not one of those people that watched it, like, right away. And it was one of those things, like, when you watch it and you watch, like, first the first episode and you're like, this show can't get any crazier than and then you'd watch the next episode and you'd be totally wrong. It's way more insane. And then you'd be like, well, it can't get any crazier than that. And then you watch the third episode and you're like, that's it. I have no idea anymore. This is insanity. If you want to feel good about your life, watch Tiger King. You want to be amused, watch Tiger King. It is just the only way to explain it. It's like, if you can take all of the insanity that you could possibly think of and put it in something where you can laugh at people, that's Tiger King. Like, not even... No, we all liked Tiger King. We all liked it. It was... The reason it's so fun is because these characters are like... The people in it, right? It's real. It's a documentary of real people who are so far, like, in a different reality than the rest of us. It's insane. It's insane. Oh, the only thing I don't like about this angle is when I move my arms, I feel like I gained a little weight in quarantine and I hate it. And I feel like my arms look so big in camera. Usually I'm not this far away, so normally you're like seeing like just from here up. So I feel like you don't see my arms and I hate my arms. Sorry, off topic. If you haven't seen Tiger King and you're looking for something to watch, watch it. It's worth it. Trust me. All right, let's do another one. All right, this billionaire businessman and his wife came up with such a crazy baby name, it needed a full-on explanation to know how to even pronounce it. This billionaire businessman and his wife came up with such a crazy baby name, it needed a full-on explanation to know how to even pronounce it. I'm looking for the millionaire. Ooh, there we go. Superman, you got it. Elon Musk. Damn, Superman, you were fast. Aw, thank you, Danny. Trust me, Luana, it's worth watching. It's worth watching anyway. Even if you know everything that happens, your show's after Merc. I have you first, Superman. Does anybody else have Merc first? Because Superman's saying he has Merc first. I have Superman first. I have Superman, then Danny's comment saying I'm beautiful, so thank you, and then Merc. All right, Danny, don't worry. We'll be here. Can anybody tell me? Oh, okay, so you see, Merc sees Superman first too. Okay, good. Just checking, because sometimes, oh, I gotta, like, stretch my back. Hold on. Superman. I gotta watch my yelling. You may be hearing me through the walls. But, alright, let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit of delay. Merc first from the other side of the world. Hey, Megan! Glad to have you here. I'm so excited that you guys come and play trivia. You have no idea. Like, it just makes me feel good that you guys come. All right, let's do another question. What do I want to do? I'm just looking through all the ones. Okay. This year started off with absolutely devastating fires here. This year started off with absolutely devastating fires that took place here. I'm looking for the place where the fires were. I'm so excited. Did you guys see? I'm almost like, what is it, like 72? Is that right? 72 people away, or 82? 82 people away. Not California. There were bad fires in California, but first, yes, Luana. They started off bad in Australia. Yes, Luana. Point for Luana. Yeah, California's fires came after, but the year actually started off with Australia completely on fire. And although California had pretty bad fires, Australia burned like it the koala and like all the animals there were like it was a big problem. Like, do you guys even remember like Australia being on fire? Like, it happened so long ago. It feels like with everything that happened this year, like it's insane. When you don't remember an entire continent burning, like that's how you know it was a crazy year. But yes, there were bad fires in Washington, California, and Oregon actually. Yeah, I hated seeing all those videos of like the koalas and stuff. It's gotta suck, right? And then a lot of the fires, a couple of the fires in California this year started from like are you? I mean I believe it. I believe it. It seems so bad. And like what was so frustrating about some of the fires in California, I mean California is always burning. Some years are worse than others, especially with global warming. Obviously, it gets worse every year. But some of those fires are started with like entitled people who think it's fun to do like these like gender reveal things where they blow things up and like not consider the fact that they can spark and set the acres and acres of fire forest on fire. Yeah, it was bad, Luana. It was really bad, and I think that's probably a low estimate as to how many animals died. I think the numbers are higher than that. Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so this is probably my favorite question that I found. I can't believe this is real. Okay, I can't believe this is real. So I'm gonna read this, and I'm looking for the type of animal. A pair of gay this animal stole eggs from a lesbian couple of the same animal so they could hatch them as their own. Essentially, a gay couple went and stole the eggs from a lesbian couple so they can hatch them as their own. I'm looking for the type of animal. This happened at a zoo, and apparently, like, this gay couple does this often. It was the funniest thing I've ever read. But they literally, like, went and took eggs from a lesbian couple who knew these animals had, gay couples, and they took it and they said, "This is ours now. Not an ostrich. You're penguin." Danny got it first with penguin. Ooh, Luana would have had penguin too. Yeah. So apparently, this like gay couple penguins, cause trouble. Like they're known to like cause trouble, and they just want to take care of the babies. Like they just want to like hatch the eggs. They're not like trying to be mean. They're not trying to hurt anybody. They just want to be like, we want to hatch the eggs. And so they went and they took it from some lesbian couple, like, hey, you guys let us do it. Like they talked about it on the thing. No, you can't just steal their eggs. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. But it's just so funny when you think about it. Like, can you imagine? Do you, Danny? I had never heard this, but yeah, apparently, like, that was a big story this year about how the gay couple of penguins, like, stole the lesbian couple penguins' egg. And I'm like, that's such a great story. Especially since it wasn't to, like, murder the babies, right? Like, it wasn't anything like that. Like, it was just because they wanted to hatch them. And they roam free and Joe Exotic is behind bars, right? What kind of world are we living in? All right, let's see. All right, so this famous basketball player was killed in a helicopter crash. This famous basketball player was killed in a helicopter crash. This is way better than sitting on the floor. I have to say, like, way, way better than sitting on the floor. Yes, Jeff gets it with Kobe. Kobe Bryant. Point for Jeff. So let's see. We have Merc with 6, Jeff, Danny, and Superman with 2, and Luana with 1. Yeah, unfortunately, Kobe Bryant. Oh, that was a terrible story. All right, so we are just about halfway through, so I'm just going to do my little halfway spiel, and then we'll get back into the questions. So again, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Glad to have you here. If you're just watching and you're not typing, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy trivia, we do it every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. I do have a Discord server. If you are interested in, coming up with some ideas for trivia, you can join my Discord server, leave it in the trivia channel chat and let me know. If I use your idea, we will give you a point. I love giving out extra points because it makes it way more fun. If you bring a friend to trivia in the future, you also get a point. So if you're not the fastest on the board, right? Like if you can't type super fast, but you want to like be competitive, bring friends. You can, it works for as many as you have. You bring 10 people, you get 10 points. No, we don't give the points away anymore. We were doing that, but it got so insane that, hey, Scotty, welcome. It got so insane with the giving the points away that we kind of stopped doing that because it just screwed up the whole game. And but even if you have to leave, Mark, you can still win even if you're not here. That doesn't change. Yeah, this year definitely changed everybody. Let's see. Again, if you'd like to make a donation, thank you, Jeff. If you'd like to make a donation, like, during the live stream, there is a Streamlabs link down below. It should be the first thing that pops up. That helps me out a lot. If you'd like to join my Patreon, you can do that. But really watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel are, like, the really big ways to help me. Happy birthday, Danny! Everybody say happy birthday to Danny! Yes, Green Eye Cat, have a check to see who was first at that question. So, the last question for Kobe Bryant, I have Jeff, Danny, Luana, who wrote Loeb, but I assumed she meant Kobe, Green Eye Cat, and then Luana fixing her spelling mistake. So, I have Jeff first, and then Danny. Does anybody for that last question have anything different than Jeff than Danny? Let me know. And yes, can we please all say happy birthday to Danny? Let's see. If you'd like to join my Patreon, you can do that too. Links in the description down below. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram. I use Twitter way more often than Instagram. Oh, and has anybody else had this? So for the last few weeks, I've had a ton of brands reach out for like, hey, we want you to be an ambassador for our brands. And I'm like, okay, because like, I mean, I have a following, but like not big enough to like work with brands, right? And thanks, Danny. Hey, Mama of Kenny, glad you're here. And so what they want you to do is they want you to buy one of their products, and then they'll give you a discount to buy one of their products. It's okay, Green Eye Cat. It happens all the time. There's always, that's why it's totally fine that you have me check. I would rather check. I'd make mistakes. But they want you to buy something from their brand. And then what they do is they'll like, you buy from us at a discount, and then you post about us, and we'll give anybody who buys stuff from your post like a discount. But yay, welcome back, Red Feather. But the thing is like, that doesn't help me in any way, right? Yeah, Jeff, don't even get me started there, but that doesn't help me anyway, because here's the thing, they're making money off of me, and then they're potentially making more money off of me. But they're not doing anything in return. So why am I going to promote a brand? Like, not to say that I deserve to get free stuff, because I don't have the following for that, right? Here, let's make sure. I don't like when people, let's put green-eyed on the board. Green-eyed. And we're going to give you a heart so that you are on the board, because I know how it feels to not be on the board. So, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. Like, it seems cool. Like, yeah, I'm a brand ambassador, but, like, they want you to purchase first. So first you have to purchase, which means you're the customer. And then you post and try to get other people to purchase, which means you're just promoting their product. Like, that's not a brand ambassador. That's like me doing your job for you. I don't know. So I always write them back. Be like, look, I don't have money to purchase a product from you that I don't even know if I'm going to enjoy. And I'm not going to commit to posting about your product without getting anything out of it. Like, I may only have a small following, but, like, I'm not going to be pushing a product that I don't know. So, and the last one was, like, an addiction company. And their products for this last company were, like, like, nothing really exciting. No, we're not doing the move the points thing anymore. We were for a while, but I decided once after I came back from like a long break not to do it anymore because it ended up being like crazy, and then people who were like close were, you know, losing out. So yeah, it's not a joint partnership. It sounds like BS, and I'm getting tired of people reaching out and being like, hey, welcome back, Superman. Like, I don't want people to be like, if someone's like, hey, can I send you this and, you know, whatever, like, sure. Or someone says, I don't know, like, or someone saying like, hey, if you like our products, we'll give you a percentage for any you know, get people to buy. I don't know, but I don't see how that ambassador thing does anything more than help the brand. But anyway, all right, back to the game. We have we're halfway through. So before we start, we got halfway through. We have Merc with 6, Jeff with 2, Danny with 2, Superman with 2, Luana with 1, and Green Eyed Cat with a heart. No, I would never, first of all, I would never work with a product that I didn't believe in. You know what I mean? And the thing is, it's not an MLM because you don't have to sign up for anything. You're just the customer. They're just saying like, hey, you buy our product, and if you like our product, tell other people to buy our product, and we'll call you an ambassador. And I'm like, that's just being a customer, right? Like, it's not. Yeah. No, it. Yeah, it's hard. Look, if I worked with a company, first of all, it would have to be something like that I really believed in or that I enjoyed. Like, I'm not going to try to sell something to anybody who's on my, you know, any subscriber who I don't, like, believe the product is worthwhile. Like, there are things that I would tell you, like, I would buy this, forget the working with a company, right? Just because I like the product, for sure. But, like, I don't know. I've not been nice to these people. I'm like, stop reaching out to me. I'm not going to buy stuff from you because you're calling me an ambassador, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to get you, and this goes not just for me. I am sure they're doing this to other people because I have almost no following on Instagram. I barely use it, and so they see keywords in my posts, and they see, like, that I have a YouTube channel probably, and that's why they reach out to me. My following on Instagram is not large enough to be reached out to by any company. That's why I know it's shady anyway, right? Like, if you see my Instagram, I have, like 200 followers, maybe. Like, I'm not on Instagram almost ever. And, like, if you're telling me, like, the following doesn't matter, it's because it doesn't, because I'm the customer. And I don't want other people to see this and be like, oh, ambassador, that's cool. I want to do that. It's not just one company, Red Feather. I've had 4 this week reach out, and they're all like, there's clothing companies, there's like a company that sells stuff for like addiction related stuff and the mental health stuff, and they donate some of the profits. I haven't looked into any of these companies, right? At all. I haven't, because I'm just not interested. Like, be what you are. Say like, hey, we think you're going to love our product. If you buy our product and you love it, we will, you know, and you post about it, we'll give you a percentage off of whatever, you know, if people use your link or something. That's fine. But don't try to make people feel, because that's what people who are on Instagram want, right? They want to work with brands. And so if someone's like, hey, we've got an opportunity for you. Here's what we're going to do. You buy from us at a discount, and we're going to call you an ambassador, and you're going to post about our product all the time, and then people can buy from your link, but you're not going to get anything from it. You're just going to post about it. And the thing is that you're not getting anything out of the deal. All you're doing is buying from them and reviewing it, right? Like you would do on Amazon. Like when I buy 4 companies in 1 week, and out of nowhere. So that's the only reason I brought it up, because I got another one right before trivia that reached out to me. And that one I reached out to only because it was the only one that was like addiction related, that was like within the space of what I do. And so I thought like maybe this is something different, but it wasn't. It was the same stuff. And I was like, unless you're going to send me something and want me to like look at it, then I don't need you to call me an ambassador to buy your product, right? Like if you have a good product, then convince me to buy your product. Like don't try to give me a name to buy it, but I don't know. Anyway, that was my little rant. I think I've rambled long enough. So let's get back to the questions, okay? All right, here we go. These dangerous insects were found in Washington state, having local beekeepers really worried. These dangerous insects were found in Washington state, having local beekeepers really worried. Yeah, it is a really wild arrangement. And it doesn't, all it helps is the company. And like, look, if it'd be different. There you go, Jeff. Look, if I had a friend, yeah, exactly. Murder hornets. There you go, Merc. Merc got it first, then Jeff. Murder hornets. Here's the thing, and I'm going to be really honest with you. Let's say one of you had a small business, right, where you're working from home, and you said, like, I think you're really going to like my products. You know, if you buy from me, like, could you check it out? I would have no problem purchasing from, like, I did a lot of shopping this year on Etsy and from small businesses, from independent sellers, because I have no problem with that, right? Like, if you're my friend and you have a business, like, I'm going to help promote you because that's what I do, right? I tell people all the time, if you're selling something for yourself, if you're doing something, go into my Discord, share about it, show pictures, tell people. I don't care. I have no problem with that. But, like, if you're a brand, like a company, like, it's a tactic. It's a selling tactic, and it must be working. You know, yeah, Red Feather, there wasn't a lot. There was more than one. There was definitely a couple of nests, but I think they found them. You guys are funny. Okay. Next question. Another new show became popular on Netflix. This one is named after a chess move. Another new show became very popular on Netflix, and this one is named after a chess move. It's actually one I haven't seen yet. An apple fritter. That sounds yummy. Yeah. Oh, I know, Jeff. For sure. Danny, I'm going to count it. Danny's going to get a point, and Red Feather's going to get a point, because I know what Danny meant, but Red Feather was the first one to say it correctly. So Danny and Red Feather are going to get a point. So here's where we're at. We got Merc with 7, Jeff with 2, Danny with 3, Superman with 2, Luana with 1, Green-Eyed Cat with a heart, and Red Feather with 1. Yeah, I know. You just said you were eating an apple fritter, and then you're trying to type, so that's why I gave you a point. Don't you worry. Oh, hold on. I gotta switch. My leg. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I haven't seen The Queen's Gambit yet. If there's ever good shows that you guys, like, watch on Netflix and you're like, this is good, like, please send it to me. Please, like, text me on Discord or Twitter and be like, hey, watch this. Because I never watch anything. And I literally just watch YouTube all day. And there's some series I watch that I like, but I'm really weird with TV. I don't know that I'm going to really get into it. I'll tell you this. So my ex-husband used to, like, finish out series, like, without me. Like, we would watch the whole series, and then he would, like, watch the season finale and then, like, delete it from our DVR. Like, that was the kind of stuff he used to do. So I stopped getting into TV shows, because you know how upsetting it is to, like, get into a TV show, have one episode left, and then have it never be able to see it? Never be able to see it. And that happened a few times. So, like, I stopped. I watched Umbrella Academy. What's the other one? Doom Patrol? And so I stopped, like, following TV shows. I stopped worrying about people, like, giving things away. So I've gotten weird about it, and, like, I'm trying to, like, let stuff be in the past and watch TV again. So, Doom Patrol. I have to write that down. Danny, send that to me. Can you type that into Twitter and send it to me as a message? Because if I don't write it down, I'm not able to write it down right now, and I'm going to oh, I can write it on the board. I'm going to write it really little on the board. Okay, now I won't forget. Look, I wrote I wrote it really little. No, seriously though, send it to me on Twitter, text me, whatever, I don't care. Tell me what shows I should watch, and I want to watch them. All right, here we go. Because of the lack of tourists that usually feed them, thousands of these hungry animals stormed the streets of Thailand. Because of the lack of tourists that usually feed them, thousands of these hungry animals stormed the streets of Thailand. Oh, yay, Danny. All right, good. Then I'm going to take it off the board. Yes, please send it to me on Twitter. I would love it. Most of the stuff you talk about, I've seen and liked. So yes, please. You know, Luana, one of my best friends, not birds, my mother. Red Feather gets it with monkeys. Yes, monkeys. Red Feather, Jeff, then Green Eyed Cat. Ow, Red Feather was first. Point for you. One of my really good friends that I went to high school with, we're still friends. She's like obsessed with Supernatural, and she's watched all of them. Crocodiles. Can you imagine? Can you imagine thousands of crocodiles descending the streets? Holy crap. My mother. I love it. What else haven't I done? I'm tired. You know what I love about Wednesdays? I do this. I shut everything off and I go right to bed. I'm so excited this year's over, but like I'm a little stressed because I have a whole lot of bills that come out in the 1st of January and my bank account is just about empty and I don't know what I'm going to do. But it's like I can't stress about it because there's something I can do. Jeff, I have Red Feather right above you. Does anybody else have Jeff first? You probably wrote it at the same time. I have Red Feather saying monkeys and then Jeff saying monkeys. Does anybody have it the other way around? I don't know your Latin mother. You guys are so fun. Just let me know if anybody sees Jeff as first. I definitely have Red Feather first, but I love the way my hair feels like when it's just washed. Let's see. Well, maybe I'm going to watch it now. No, it's okay. Yeah, right? Red Feather, good point. Good point. Yeah, YouTube, there's a lot of words they don't let us type. You're right. I'm surprised they let us type monkeys. You have Red Feather first and you're on. Okay, just checking. All right. This movement gained worldwide popularity as it finally brought the concept of police brutality into the forefront of conversation. This movement gained worldwide popularity as it finally brought the concept of police brutality into the forefront of conversation. Yeah, I'm totally with you, Danny. You know, there's lots of stuff to be stressed about, but like frankly, like in years before, I was more worried about like not being able to do Christmas than I was this year. Danny gets it with BLM. Yes, BLM. Danny's the first one on my screen. It's Danny, Merc, Red Feather, Scotty, Luana, Green Eyed Cat, and Jeff. All right, a follow-up to that is... Oh, where'd it go? The death of this man sparked this movement. The death of this man, like, triggered this movement to become as popular as it did. It's amazing how, like, so many things intersect, like, you know. True, Danny. True, Danny. Yes, George Floyd. I'm gonna give Danny a point, and I'm also gonna give Jeff a point for spelling it correctly. All right, so let's see what we got. So we have Merc with 7, Danny with 5, Jeff with 3, Superman with 2, Luana with 1, Green Eyed Cat with a heart, and Red Feather with 2. So it's a close game. All right. Oh, I know what question I'm going to do next. Here we go. The Pentagon released videos that showed real these. The Pentagon released videos that showed real these. I didn't say that started the movement. I said that triggered its mainstream popularity this year. Black Lives Matter has been a movement for a long time, for sure. But the death of of George Floyd triggered it to be like worldwide, like in the news, in the face of everything this year, as well as all the protests and stuff. So yes, UFOs. Red Feather gets it with UFOs. Yeah, I think that's important to say, just in case. Hey, Rye. Just to say, like, the Black Lives Matter movement has obviously been something that has been around for more than just this year. This has been a problem that people have been talking about, and it didn't gain the type of traction. It didn't become almost trendy until this year, right? And I hate to say it that way, but when you have influencers who really don't give a crap and then they start posting their, like, you know, I care stuff, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it became the popular thing to care. And, like, look, I'm not all about people who care about things just because it's popular and trendy, but, like, on the flip side of that, when it's popular and trendy, at least people are paying attention. And it's definitely an issue, regardless of how you feel about, like, who's a good guy, who's a bad guy, whatever. Like, it's obviously an issue. So I'm glad that it got attention this year, and I just hope that, you know, look, social issues, it takes time to see positive change. And I think as long as we're always moving in the right direction, then, like, it's going to be okay. We just have to make sure that we're always moving in a positive, right direction on any social issue, right? It's when we start sliding backwards that things get scary. All right, let's see. Oh, this is funny. So this one I didn't know. All right, so this wrestler turned actor actually ripped the gates off to his home, like completely ripped them off after a power outage left him unable to get in. This pro wrestler turned actor actually ripped the gates to his home, like completely off after he lost power and couldn't get in. How are you, Ryan? The Rock. Yes, Danny, The Rock. It was so funny. There's actually, I didn't know that, but there's actually, like, pictures all over the place of, like, his gates. Ryan, I'm going to give you a point for saying Dwayne Johnson. Let's get Ryan on the board. You know what I need? I need new dry erase markers. I'm like, I usually have this giant bag, right? Like, filled with them. But, like, I don't know what happened to half of them. All my good ones are missing. And, like, I still have some, but, like, where's my purple? Where's my blue? Like, I'm missing. I know who took them. But they're missing. And I don't like it. And they're running out. And I need new markers. Of course. Of course. You don't have to ask that. Yes, Green-Eyed Cat. We'll give you 2 more hearts. We'll give you a total of 3 hearts. How about that? And we can give you 3 hearts and a smiley face. How about that? Oh, I love that, Ryan. Trial plays guitar. Not regularly, but he can. I love a man who can play guitar. It's super hot. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I'm just reading. Oh, you're welcome. I'm tired. All right, we'll do a couple more questions and then I'm going to sleep. I'm so glad we moved trivia earlier because when I was doing it at 9, like, it was too late for me. All right, let's see. What questions haven't I done yet? I've done a lot. We like went speed round. All right, let's see. I don't know how popular this is, so I'm not sure if you know this, but all right, this commentary channel is apparently being sued by Tati Westbrook. This commentary channel is apparently being sued by Tati Westbrook. Aw, Danny, I miss this too. Well, I missed you being here. Like, it makes me happy having you guys here. It's just like a good, relaxing thing, right? Like, we have a really good group of people, and people from, like, all different walks of the internet. Like, that's what I love about this. Not TMZ. I'm not sure if people would know this. You really have to, like, follow that kind of stuff on YouTube to know it. So I'm not sure if anybody would know it. Danny gets it. Yes, without a crystal ball. Way to go. Oh, Danny and Merc are tied. Do you guys see this? Danny and Merc are tied. So Danny and Merc both have 7. Jeff has 3. Superman has 2. Luana has 1. Red Feather has 3, Ryan has 1, and Green Eyed Cat has 3 hearts and a smiley face. I know, I don't either. Yeah, it's not something I think a lot of the people who come here to trivia would know, but let's see. All right, let me figure out how many more. I'm going to do this question. And I'm going to do... Oh my gosh, I've done them. All right, I'm going to do this question. Oh. All right, we're going to do 4 more questions. I'm going to do this last. I'm going to do this one. This one. 3 more questions. We're going to do 3 more. All right, you guys ready? 3 more questions. All right, this Black Panther star finally lost his battle with cancer. This Black Panther star finally lost his battle with cancer. Yeah, you know what it is? I play YouTube in the background all the time when I'm doing stuff. It's like some people play music, I listen to YouTube. Yes. Scotty, you're great. Ryan gets it. Chadwick. And I'm going to give Scotty a point for saying Bozeman. I'm going to put Scotty on the board. All right. Yes. So I gave a point to Ryan for saying Chadwick, and I gave one for Scotty for saying Bozeman. So, Scotty, you're on the board. You're right. It is your comeback time. Yeah, I have to get back into doing the Jumble Jeopardy stuff. I don't know. We got to come up with, like, clearer guidelines. I stopped doing it, like, when I stopped doing trivia for a couple months because, you know, life happened. When I started coming back, there was things I didn't re-pick up. So maybe we should do that. Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry. Spelling doesn't count here as long as I know what you mean. All right. Morons around the U.S. and perhaps other places stocked up on this supply, causing shortages all over the place as a way to prepare for COVID. Ryan, I was singing that song in my head. Who wrote? No, Danny wrote it. I thought Ryan wrote that. Danny, I swear I was just singing that song in my head. Morons around the U.S. and perhaps other places stocked up on this supply, causing shortages all over the place as a way to prepare for COVID. Yes, Ryan. Toilet paper. Where's Ray Ray when we need him? Yeah, what kind of friend would I be if I beat Danny on her birthday? That's true. That's true. So Ryan got TP. And you know what, Danny? I'm going to give you a point for spelling it out. All right. We've got one more question, and then I'm going to go through the final thing. And this question was something I totally forgot happened this year. I totally forgot about this, and then I read it and was like, what the heck? How did I forget this happened? You ready? Last question of the day. People believed that this online furniture company was a shell for trafficking children. People believed that this online furniture company was actually a shell company for trafficking children. How many of you remember that? In thumb wrestle. Yeah, Ray Ray was here last week. Not IKEA. Ryan, that was close. All right, I'm gonna give Ryan a point because that was obviously just like a spaz out. But I'm also gonna give Red Feather a point because that's how it is. All right, hold on. Give me a second, and then we're gonna go through. Do you guys remember that when people said that Wayfair was like trafficking children? All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Get ready to screenshot the board. Share it everywhere, especially on Twitter, and tag me. All right, here we go. So, the final score is, I'm going to go bottom up. Luana and Scotty both have 1. Green Eye Cat has 3 hearts and a smiley face. Superman has 2. Jeff has 3. Ryan and Red Feather both have 4. Did I miss anybody? Merc has 7. And Danny, on her birthday, is our winner with 8 points. Here you go. You ready? Screenshot it. Do you see my message, Danny? I wrote, happy birthday, Danny. So, thank you guys so much. Yeah, look it up, Megan. It's a crazy conspiracy theory. So, thank you guys so much for being here. This is our last game of 2020. How crazy is that? That's insane to me. This year, like, good riddance. See you later. Let's see. I don't know. Thank you guys. Like, thank you guys for just being, like, so amazing. Like, I'll tell you this. I may not have the biggest channel on YouTube, but I have the best subscribers. Like, by far. I really enjoy you guys. I love how much fun we have. I love the chat. You guys are so great. Yeah, I can't believe Baby Mommy wasn't here. Tag her in the winning post, Danny. Tag her and say, haha, you missed it. Thank you, Anne. Happy New Year to you. For anybody who's not in recovery, don't get too wasted. For anybody who's in recovery, you can get through this new year. If you need me, I'll be around. I have no plans on New Year's Eve. I'll be here. So if you need to reach out, message me on Twitter or Discord or something. You can find me. I respond to everybody. I love you guys. Stay safe. Be good. Make good choices. And, yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. We'll play again Wednesday. If you have an idea for a topic, please go to my Discord and let me know, because, like, I need some ideas. We've been doing trivia now for, like, I think a year and a half, maybe? So, like, I'm running out of some ideas. So, give me ideas for topics. They can be crazy, unique. It'll be fun. So, yeah,